Managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 079-61-248-834 or email dan@gilaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR, S for Starr, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 07961 248 834 or email dan@gilaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 079-61-248-834 or email dan@gilaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 07961 248 834 or email dan@gillaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
As you can see, I've got short hair, and I'm going to put it on and I'll show you the outcome. See you in a bit. And this is the result. And as you can see, I absolutely love it. So yeah, if you're looking for someone who can do really good quality extensions, new pop wigs and wigs, I highly recommend Kamina. Kamina hair.
You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired. Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 079 61 248 834 or email dan@gillaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
The best radio show
all around the world. Broadcasting live online. In your car.
At work.
At home.
On your smartphone.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Are you ready to turn it up?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Hey, this is Archie, and you are listening to Starr Radio UK and the Morning Show.
This is Starr Radio. This is Starr Radio UK. This is Starr Radio UK.
Welcome. Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
Enlighten your day with Starr Radio. Starr Radio. Radio for the people, by the people.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you from hot London. Yes, somebody's saying that, well, you came from the tropics, so you should have been used to this by now. But boy, it is hot. When you become acclimatized to one thing, the next moment something else happens. But wherever you are this morning watching us, this is Starr Radio UK. And this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. And I remain yours sincerely, the one and only.
This is the morning show with Archie.
On this wonderful, let me take my headphones off because even my ears seem to be sweating. Well, on this wonderful Wednesday morning, the 24th day of June 2026, with the time now 13 minutes past the top of the hour, 13 minutes past 11, and from now till exactly 12 o'clock when I bring the curtains down, as I told you, because of the weather, we make it snappy, and then those of you who have missed the Prime Minister, the outgoing Prime Minister, Keir Sekir, he will be having his first PMQ after his announcement that he was leaving the office. Okay, so wherever you are, once again, I want to say welcome and thank you very much for tuning in. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Even having the glasses on, I could feel a bit of sweat there. My oh my. Well, I'm going to be moving on. Okay, let me say good morning to my able producer, Mr. Francis Guy. Good morning to attack with you all the way in Ghana. Yes, at a shaman, Niana Joe, the chief of a shaman. Good morning to you there as well, and good morning to Mr. Dan Tabiri, CEO of GIL Accountancy Services, our money man. Good morning to Delta Hammond, to Ma'am Mrs. Ryder Hammond. Good morning to Eben. Just bear with me. The heat. But as I said, we're going to be bringing you everything that you need to know. And for those of you listening to us, let me put it this way: all protocol observed. And once again, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Welcome to the program Starr, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Repetitive there, but just bear with me as we go on. So let's kick it off with a quote for the day. It says, success is whatever makes you feel you are living with a purpose that makes you a respected member of the community because you are adding something of value to it. And that's what I said yesterday. So far as I feel achieved, I feel happy by something that I've helped somebody to do or I've made somebody able to achieve, that is success, right? Good. Okay. So now let's move on to the weather. Well, there's a weather warning there. But for today, for London and the southeastern part of England, it's going to remain exceptionally hot and humid. Today, even hotter than the previous days for many. Winds will remain variable or light throughout the day. Tonight, temperatures will remain high and winds will be mostly light from the east overnight. This will make for another very warm and muggy night. The top temperature is going to be 34 degrees, the lowest 19 degrees. UV level is going to be very high, pollen, very high, pollution, moderate. Sunset is going to be at 21:22, and sunrise for tomorrow morning is 04:44 hours, and that brings us to the end of the weather forecast. But let me take you straight to the travels as well, because yesterday, let me take the opportunity to say good morning to one of our astound listeners, Gina, who was of the view, who was had to go somewhere and was saying some of their lines have been cancelled. That's the underground lines, and I was saying, well, it was announced. And again, when it comes to the weather like that, that's what happens there. But wherever you are, once again, welcome to the program. Share the broadcast with your friends and loved ones, and invite them to like our pages as well. Starr Radio UK. Okay, so on the travels this morning, I can tell you assuredly that Bakerloo line, Circle line, Bakerloo line has got severe delay between Harrow and Wilston and Queen's Park. Harrow and Wilston and Queen's Park, and minor delays on the entire line. Circle line has got severe delays on the entire line. District line, minor delays between Turnham Green and Richmond. Part suspension between Edgware Road and High Street, Kensington. And Elizabeth line, minor delays between Heathrow Terminal 4 to Paddington, that is overground. Hammersmith and City line, severe delays on the entire line. Metropolitan line, severe delays on the entire line. Meld May, minor delays on the entire line. Piccadilly, severe delays Acton Town to Heathrow Terminals 5 and Heathrow Terminals 4 to Acton Town. So that is what is happening there, boy. And as I said, it is very, very hot. So if you are traveling on any of that, please check. That aside, all the others are running a DLR London Tram link, and all the others are running good. On the major roads in London, apart from the A3 that is experiencing serious delays, all the others have no exceptional delays. And then the River Bus is also offering good service there, running a good service. The London Cable Car, good service there as well. Taking you straight to the final segment of the travel update, and that is the National Rail. As I said, keep your eyes on the roads, keep your eyes on the roads. As you keep you navigated, I promise our bond. Boy, on the National Rail, I'll just be telling you the ones that are running a good service there, right? Good. Grand Central, Hull Trains, Island Line, Lumo are offering good services. Also, Scotch Rail and West Midlands Trains, good service. That aside, all the others are running a special service. So please check before you leave. You don't miss your appointment, and if you have to do whatever. All right then, Starr Radio UK. Let's move on. We take a break. And once we come back, I'll be taking you global trotting.
Hi, I am recording from the beautiful country of Ghana. I'm staying at the Oceanic Resort here in Accra, Ghana, where I am topping up my vitamin D and feeling so energized and vibrant. As you can see, the lovely sea behind me and the sand. I've also brought my products with me, which also helps to energize me. I brought my P84, my Fighter Power X, and the new kid on the block, my co-attendant. If you would like to hear more or learn more about these wonderful products that I'm taking, you can either inbox me or click on the link below. Thank you for listening. My health is definitely my wealth. Thank you.
Welcome back to the program. This is Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London.
Archie on Starr Radio. Nobody does it better.
All right then. Yes, I don't have my headsets on because the heat. But apologies if there seems to be too much noise in the background of the fans that are working. Please just bear with us. All right. Okay, so now let's go global trotting. I'm kicking off from home here. Now, more than 1,000 schools shut or closing early as extreme heat warning extending southern England. The red alert, which is in place for parts of England and Wales until 23:59 on Thursday, means the weather carries a risk to life. The UK summers are getting hotter, but how prepared are we? Those are some of the questions. And as I said, Benham likely to replace Reeves if he becomes the Prime Minister. And Keir Starmer, the outgoing Prime Minister, is going to face his first PMQ since resignation announcement. Those are some of the stories making the rounds. And on the football front, Ghana, England drew goalless. Okay, they had goalless. And well, that was my prediction. So I was telling Francis that maybe now I have to be a predictor for games like that. All right, then. Now let's move on to other stories making the rounds. As I've said, exactly 12 o'clock, we bring the curtains down for the end of the program. But wherever you are, don't even think of touching the dial. Now, moving on straight to the U.S. Clean sweep for Madani-backed candidates in New York's Democratic primary. Brad Lander unseated Dan Goldman in a race that laid bare the city's division over the Israel-Gaza war. In other stories as well, Congress passes war powers measure for first time, breaking with Trump over Iran. Okay, so let's see what is going to happen, trying to curtail some of his powers. Trump to attend World Cup final and present trophy. Of course, he has to be there. He would love to be there, wouldn't he? All right. So moving on in the Latin American area, let's see if there have been any headlines of news making the rounds there this morning. At 11:23, hot heat, hot. Now, Trump anticipates better relationship with Colombia and a new leader, Abelardo de la Espriella, who preliminary results suggest is Colombia's next president, had Trump endorsement. So let's see. Good morning to you, Rosie. I hope you are doing very, very well there. Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, or any of you there. Okay, it is all coming away from Starr Radio UK. Now, in other stories making the rounds this morning as we go on, as I said, the scorching heat. But you know that Wednesdays we finish exactly at 12 o'clock, so we've got about 37 minutes more to bring the whole program to a close. But we move on straight to Europe as well to tell you what is happening there as well. In Europe, now drowning deaths soar in France as Europe buckles in peak of heat wave. 40 people have drowned in heatwave related deaths in France since last Thursday, Prime Minister Sebastien Lecornu has said. And from cool down spots to chalk on windows, how Europe is coping with the heat. And now 100 hospitals straight to pen and paper to defeat a national cyber attack. I didn't talk about that yesterday. Russian troops build up threatened city seen as key to seizing Ukraine's Donbas region. All right, then let's move on straight to some of the other stories making the rounds. And this time round in Asia, leading Pakistan activists giving life sentence over soldiers killing at a rally. Now, human rights campaigner Marang Balog denied inciting protesters before the officials' death. A French woman allegedly held captive by husband for 12 years has been rescued in Pakistan. Now, Sydney woman wakes from induced coma more than a week after shark attack. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Star Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. All right. Now, on the African front, as we look at some of the stories making the rounds there at 11:25 here, Kenya to charge students with murder over deadly school fire. Now, 16 people aged between 15 and 18 died when a fire broke out in a dormitory at the Utumishi Girls' School last month. Of course, perpetrating such ill. Well, there are some stories making the rounds. And then sexual violence increasingly used as weapon of war in Sudan. And then DR Congo beaten by Colombia, but still have the chance to progress. There are some stories making the rounds. Niger has pulled out of the International Criminal Court after calling it neo-colonialist. Well. Interestingly, I had something to say about that, but when we come to the discourse, we'll look at it. Well, VAR went for coffee. Should Ghana have had penalty against England? Who calls for the VAR? Is it the players or is it the management of the particular team or the officiating guys? Well, who knows? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Star Radio UK. This is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. All right. Now, still on the African front. UN8 warns U.S. funding cut could cost lives in South Africa. The U.S. decision to withdraw all of its HIV and AIDS funding from South Africa is likely to cost lives, the heads of the UN HIV agency has warned. And South Africa please probe killing of Malawian amid rising anti-immigration attacks. Well. And let's see, Niger has submitted formal bid to leave the ICC, as I did say earlier on, and Amnesty slams EU migration cooperation with racists Libya. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Star Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. In Nigeria, Tinubu versus Peter Obi, presidency mentions hidden Nigeria's asset. Yes. And then Tinubu seeks Senate approval for state police constitutional amendment bill for what? Yesterday I did talk about the fact that one of the opposition figures in Nigeria, Shawore, has been arrested, and there has been lots of debates going on, but we'll try to see whether we'll be able to bring you that. Despite over 19,000 deaths, 12,000 kidnappings since 2023, Tinubu's aide accuses media of exaggerating insecurity. But we all see it. Well, so do they have to be quiet and not report it? Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is quite an interesting twist there. We'll be telling you more about all that as the program goes on. This is Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. And we move on in Ghana now, as we look at some of the stories making the rounds this morning. Now, 3 SHS leavers arrested for vandalizing Hohoi EP Senior High School water pipeline. What did they do? Kwajosafo, 8 others charged over Adwasafo's shooting, granted 500,000 bail each. Okay, it's quite an interesting bit there. How a family feud pertaining to whoever inheritance had ended up having one person shot, and it's no other ordinary person, but someone who was part of the legislature or was an MP and held some ministerial appointments in Ghana as well. So, boy, will they come after you. Interior Ministry suspends all private firearm licenses. I did talk about that yesterday. Still in Ghana, as we go on, prison officer interdicted for attempting to smuggle Indian hemp into Kitikrache facility. And Chinese takeover of Atlantic Lithium threatens key pillars of Ghanaian participation in Ewoya. Okay. Okay, so we move on quickly. Let me try to see what I can get one other story from Ghana before we take a break, and once we come back I bring you the details of the stories making the rounds. The Ghanaian team's Black Stars manager Carlos Queiroz has said that, well, Vieira went for coffee. That was the bit I was talking about. Well, NDC not vehicle for personal aggrandizement. Tutubi Kwache has said, and NDC must raise governance standards. Tatu Chikata is saying. But so far, how far the president is going, I like it. I think it's on the, with the little information that I have from there, I think they are on the right path, and I want to see more coming from there. But ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Pressure on Mahama to investigate Kennedy Japan's $58 million kickback. From who and how? All right then. Starr Radio UK. All right, let's move on now. Let's take a break. I come back. I bring you the details of the stories. But do me a massive favor, share the broadcast with your friends and loved ones. Put your comments on all the various platforms that we are broadcasting on, and be rest assured of one thing: I will bring everything that you need to know and acknowledge you. All right, then. Stay tuned.
It's so delicious. Like when you eat it, we got greens, meat, fish, everything is in there.
And the tilapia fish, it tastes amazing. Softness, moist, and definitely the taste.
The seasoning from Africa. The food is just like back home. From back home. Tastes very good.
I bring the Ghana to England. Yeah, can have what do you call the ampesi, fufu, chosavi, banku, wache, jollof, Ghana jollof. Oh my God, Ama jollof. Name the food when you come to Ama to eat. Ama is not do it for you.
When you come to Amasphere, you get the best chosavi in the whole United Kingdom, London. Yes.
As you can see, I've got short hair, and I'm going to put it on and I'll show you the outcome. See you in a bit. And this is the result. And as you can see, I absolutely love it. So yeah, if you're looking for someone who can do really good quality extensions, new pop wigs and wigs, I highly recommend Kamina. Kamina hair.
Welcome to African Hill Resort, the perfect location for your honeymoon, conferences, breakfast meetings, and weekend getaways. Other facilities available include spa, rooftop bar, restaurant, indoor bar, swimming pool, lawn for parties, and outside catering. There is free Wi-Fi connectivity for you to stay in touch with your family, business associates, and the whole world. African Hill Resort is located on the Better Hills with a panoramic view of whole township. For inquiries or reservations, call 0208 267 501 or 0209 135 196 or 0362 290.
Welcome back to the program. This is Starr Radio UK, and let me say good morning to my baby sister Delta. I hope you are doing very well, and I hope you guys enjoyed your football, right? Okay, yeah, I come from two places, England, I come from Ghana, both of them. So who did I have to support? I had to stay neutral. Yes, whoever won, and I decided, I was saying that there should be a draw. So, well, I had my heart desire fulfilled, so that's cool. All right then, ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK. But now let's talk about what is happening pertaining to the weather here in the UK. Extreme weather's extreme heat warning extended in southern part of England and Wales until the 23:59 on Thursday. That is almost 12 a.m. on Thursday. But the question is, we have other countries that go through this heat and yet are able to survive. So welcome, or what is happening to us that when it comes to the heat, extreme heat, hey, when it comes to extreme cold, hey, so what is happening? I mean, when it snows a little bit, yeah, we have that about half an inch, and then boy, everything seems to be grounded. But is it that we complain too much, or is it that infrastructure and things have not been able to meet up to the current trends that is going on? But well, much of the UK is facing a record-breaking heat wave with temperatures potentially reaching 37 degrees or higher in parts of the south in England. Now that will smash their previous records. Okay, but scientists are warning. Previous records in May that we didn't talk about, but scientists are warning even hotter temperatures are likely in the years ahead. They have described the records as extraordinary and says the UK needs to make preparation for more extreme heat or much greater priorities. So are we going to be changing our times of work and stuff like that? Like in when you go to the middle in some of the countries, there are some things that are done. So literally they switch the whole thing around. Okay, so at dawn when the sun is not up and there is it's a bit muggy, but we can go about doing everything that we need to do. Then daytime everybody can chill a bit. Yeah, what about that? Maybe that would do. So early morning by 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock you finish work, or like I'm going to finish in the next 24 minutes. I finish it, and then for all the heat, yeah, then I can go enjoy a bit of a swim in the swimming pool. But interestingly, it's not everybody who knows how to swim, and one of the things that have been causing people to lose their lives is going into open water. They just jump into it because they are feeling that hot, and lo and behold, you think that the weather is hot and therefore the water is it's warm. No, it's just a surface bit. Underneath it is as cold, and that causes muscles to cramp and then stuff like that, and people end up losing their lives, though they know that they can swim. But well, unless of course there are new trends that are being taught, so that you find ways and means to lie on your back instead of lying on your front, and then some way you can call for help. But scientists are warning even hotter temperatures are likely in the years ahead. They have described the records of extraordinary and say the UK needs to make preparation for more extreme heat as much greater priority. The temperatures we are experiencing are particularly unusually so early in the summer, but they are consistent with how climate is changing. Now we expect increasing temperatures and the breaking of temperature records due to climate change, said Lizzie Kendon, now professor of climate science at the University of Bristol and head of climate projection at the UK Met Office. Now what is extraordinary, however, is the margin by which the record will be broken. While temperatures vary naturally from year to year, UK summers have clearly been getting warmer. Between 2015 and 2024, the number of days exceeding 30 degrees in the UK more than trebled compared with 1961 to 1990 average, the Met Office has said. So there's no need to go abroad for any holidays. After all, those of us who want to go abroad for a bit of heat, you get it here. So yeah, brace yourself, staycation all the way. What about going to see? You want to go see other people? You can go. However, it should be the time that you know that it's cool there. But well, so what are you doing today to keep yourself cool, to cool yourself down with everything that is happening at the moment? And again, when it comes to the climate issue, where we talk about the fact that emissions and stuff like that, and we talk about the big polluters, that's what I call them, the big polluters, they are not doing much about whatever is going on. Then you take a country like the UK, we are not up there at all, down. I didn't, because of my time, so I don't want to go into the statistics to get all those bits there. But you look at it all, and they're telling us they are putting more taxes. We are paying levies for green levies, whatever on our bills, and other people are continuing to. I mean, let's do whatever. Now let's talk about the North Sea oil. Now the Northern Sea or North Sea is Scotland Bay. Now we the current is it environment minister or has decided secretary has said no, we're not going to be dredging any new oil wells and doing the blah 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 because it's all pro environment. Meanwhile, we go to Norway to go and buy finished product where they are also dredging the same oil from that same place. So what are we actually trying to do? If we all across the globe decide that look, this is what we think is happening, we are coming to an understanding, we are all cutting everything and then we are all doing it, fine. But not when you, the small polluter, so even if we decide to pay or stop using whatever and just be using wind farms and solar and all those things, what impact would it have on the whole world's climate that is causing all these things to happen? That's a big question, and that's why Trump was saying that one of the issues that has caused Starmer to be unpopular is the fact that we don't want to dredge our own oil and we want to go somewhere to go and buy it. We are dependent on other people. Meanwhile, we have all in our own backyard, right? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what you think about that. About 11:41 the time, the morning show, the program. I remain yours sincerely, the one and only Archie. As we move on. So, what are you going to do today? Now, I've got 3 fans. There was 2 fans, and I've got 1 air cooler that blows a bit of steam, and that seems to be what it's cooling me down. But what about those who have not gotten that? And people have got that small fans, you know. I think I need to get myself one of it. That might help me there. But ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK. Now let's move on to some other stories making the round this morning in the UK front. And what have I got for you? Well. Okay, that is one story that will we'll leave it because of our time. But as I said earlier on, Starmer is going to face his first Prime Minister's question time since resignation announcement. How will you feel? Virtually knowing that power is leaving your hands. What are you actually going to be saying? Well, it will be a nice scene this afternoon at the Houses of Parliament, and we'll try our best to bring you updates from there, but I know not today. So those of you who like watching it on BBC or any of the networks that you watch your other stories from, you can go there and do same. Now let's go to the US. Now the war of Iran between the US and Israeli war with Iran is there's a bit of a truce there. However, now, after we got into that bit, Congress has now passed war power measures for first time, breaking with Trump over Iran. Now, the Republican-controlled Senate has approved a measure demanding the president, Donald Trump, halt the war in Iran or seek congressional approval before continuing military action. But the resolution is largely symbolic because even after passing both chambers of Congress, it will not be sent to Trump for his consideration and does not carry the force of the law. So what is the point? A handful of Republicans joined Democrats in Tuesday's 50-48 vote. The same measure was passed by the U.S. House of Representatives earlier this month. It came as Republicans in Congress have expressed skepticism about a peace plan Trump agreed with in Iran. The unpopular conflict approaches its 5th month. Now, Trump criticized the resolution on Tuesday night, calling it poorly timed and meaningless. So, Iran on the ropes, ready to go down for the fall, and the U.S. Senate decides to have a poorly timed and meaningless War Powers Act vote. Trump wrote on his Truth and Social platform, "These senators have just made my job more difficult, but I will get it done one way or the other because I'll always get it done." Well, so it's going to circumnavigate whatever decision that they've made, or they've not sent it to him for him to assent to it, so he can just go by and just do it. Because is that how the U.S. laws work, or I don't know. But well, I thought it would go to the president for him to assent, and then once he's assented to it, and then it becomes a law, and then we see what happens there. But it's all coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Well, in New York, U.S. Congressman Dan Goldman has been defeated in a New York primary election, capping a clean sweep for candidates backed by New York's Democratic Socialist Mayor Zoran Mamdani. Now, Goldman was beaten by progressive challenger Brad Lander in New York's 10th congressional district in a contest that laid bare the party's division over the Israel-Gaza war. Now, Lander had accused Israel of genocide in Gaza. Goldman, a two-term incumbent, was backed by pro-Israel groups. Now, two other candidates, both Democrats, socialists, endorsed by Mamdani, as he seeks to tilt the Democratic Party to the left, won their primary races on Tuesday in a boost for the party's left wing in America's largest city. Assemblywoman Claire Valdez defeated Brooklyn Borough President Antonio Reynoso in the 7th district. Wow. So those are some of the updates from there. Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London on this hot scorching day. Somebody said, why do you have your tie on? Once the program is over, it comes off, right? Good. Well, Starr Radio UK at 11:46. You want to post your comments, feel free to do so, and we will bring that your way. Now, in Europe, it's all pertaining to the heat wave there as well. Let me bring you that story and then we'll move on. France is bracing for another day of exceptionally hot weather, with more than half the country remaining under red heat alert on Wednesday. Tens of thousands of homes have been left without power in the western Brittany, while a major wildfire was brought under control overnight in Maine and Loire region. It comes after the country experienced its hottest June day since records began on Tuesday, with an average temperature of 29.8 degrees recorded Celsius. Now, the heat wave is expected to spread to other parts of Western Europe on Wednesday, with an orange alert for dangerous weather in places for parts of the Netherlands. Now, temperatures are expected to peak in the Netherlands and Belgium on Friday, while Germany is expected to see the mercury rise to 40 degrees over the weekend. Oh boy. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Well, in Asia as well, let me bring you this one and then we'll move on. A leading human rights activist who has spent years campaigning against enforced disappearances in Pakistan province of Balochistan has been sentenced to life in prison over the killing of a paramilitary soldier at a rally in 2024. Maran Baloch, leader of the Balochistan Unity Committee, the BYC, was convicted of murder and terrorism alongside fellow activist Sebtabtullah. Prosecutors accused the pair of inciting a mob which fatally attacked paramilitary soldier Shabir Ahmed. The activists who boycotted the trial, along with the legal team, denied the charges. Security official had accused Balok of giving a very provocative speech at a protest in the port city of Gwada, resulting to 30 to 40 people striking one of his soldiers' vehicles with sticks and stones. The official claimed Shabir Ahmed became separated from the others and was beaten to death. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, and let's go to Africa before this. Dun-dun-dun. But the US has said it will evacuate sailors stranded in Strait of Hormuz as Rubio warns against tolls. US Secretary of State Marco Rubio warned Iran that no country can charge fees for ships to travel through the strait. But are they going to do so, especially now that Congress is trying to curtail the powers of the president? And this, well, let's see. 11 minutes to the top of the hour. That's 11 minutes to the end of the program. Now, Kenya is to charge students with murder over deadly school fire. Now, Kenyan prosecutors say they are preparing to charge several students with the murder of their schoolmates following a suspected school arson attack last month. 16 people aged between 15 and 18 died and dozens were dozens more were injured when a fire broke out in a dormitory at the Otumishi Girls School in Gilgil, about 120 kilometers northwest of the capital, Nairobi. Now, 8 students were later arrested after police said they may have been involved in starting the fire by setting mattresses alight near an exit. Now, upon careful assessment of the evidence, the Director of Public Prosecution has approved charges against the implicated student. The State Prosecutor's Office has said in a statement, the 28th May fire tore through the upper floor of a dormitory containing 135 bunk beds and housing 202 students, forcing them to flee through a single doorway after the emergency exit failed to open. So that was another issue there. How come the emergency exit failed to open? Was it locked with padlock, and who had the key to open that as well? Well, security doors from, well, I don't know, okay, but a sad one there. But these students who perpetrated this, that is evil, total evil that was going on there. But what do you think about all that? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London as we plod on. Okay. So, on the African front, well, in South Africa, police in South Africa are investigating the murder of a 29-year-old Malawian national during a march against illegal immigrants at the Jika Joe informal settlement in Pietermaritzburg. 2 other people were injured in the attack on Friday. Led by anti-immigrant group March and March, the protest reportedly turned violent after a woman claimed that her relative had been killed by Malawians. Now, hundreds of people from Malawi are camping in Pietermaritzburg following the attack in the city, which is the capital of the KwaZulu-Natal province. Another group is sheltered in nearby Durban, awaiting repatriation as efforts to send them home continue. March has been increasingly vocal in recent months, coordinating mass protests and setting a 30th June deadline for all undocumented foreigners to leave the country. But do they have the time to even check if you have the necessary documentation before you are attacked, or what exactly happens there? And that is a troubling aspect of it. The ultimatum has no legal backing, but has already led thousands of people from other African nations, including Ghana, Nigeria, Malawi, and Mozambique, to flee or be repatriated. Tensions are escalating ahead of planned anti-illegal immigrants demonstration across the country on the 30th. Now, law enforcement has ramped up its operational readiness across all 9 provinces with plans to place to protect communities, critical infrastructure, and public spaces. The police minister has issued a warning to marchers, saying will not be tolerated and that no one is allowed to be armed during the protests. But are they going to do so, or what are we going to be seeing? So coming away from Starr Radio UK, it's your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Okay. Because of our time, so I have to move on. Well, there are 19,000 deaths that have been reported so far, and 12,000 kidnaps that are kidnappings that has gone on since 2023. But Tinubu's aide is accusing the media of exaggerating insecurity. A special advisor to President Bola Tinubu on information and strategy, Bayo Nonuga, has accused Nigeria media of creating a false impression that Nigeria is overwhelmed by insecurity, despite thousands of killings and kidnappings recorded across the country since the current administration came into office. And speaking during a TV program yesterday, this morning, Ononuga argued that media reports often portray insecurity as though it has engulfed every part of Nigeria. The problem is that the media in Nigeria, they're even creating the problem. The way they report insecurity is as if the entire country is consumed, he said. Now, we live in a dispensation where I can go on a social media platform now. I can post something there, and with some of the issues that have been happening here in the UK, protests and various things that have gone on, anti-immigration, blah blah blah, and all those things that have gone on, they've all sparked out from the fact that we are not living in a world where we have only BBC or GBC or just one national TV station or just a couple of them, and you cannot get anything, access to anything apart from what they are portraying or what they are saying. We live in a world where there is a bigger and a larger, what do you call it, chance for you to hear any information or news or pick anything across the globe, right? So anything happening, somebody in that community can just post it there. So as whether we can say that the Nigerian government, the federal government, has done enough for the country when it comes to security, I don't know. But as far as I'm concerned, the information that comes to me make it so scary that when I have people that I know, loved ones or family, traveling to that bit, I get scared. And especially when I've had somebody who had been to such area and have complained or come to say that, look, I fled or I escaped through the teeth of the skin of my teeth, then you know that there is something to worry about. But well, you say that don't do that, but you are publicizing everything or publishing everything. So it's not the media only, but we have social media platforms that are doing that. But what do you think? Do you think it's lying? Do you think the government is doing very, very well, but the media is not being fair to government at all? Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK. We go to Ghana now. I want to pick on one story and then we can bring the program to a close before I end it all. The Interior Ministry has suspended Kantaka Security Services license. The Vice Chairman of the Parliamentary Committee on Defense and Interior, Peter Lashin Tubu, has welcomed the Interior Ministry's immediate suspension of the operation license of Kantaka Security Services Limited as refreshing step. The suspension follows a shooting incident on Sunday, June 21, at a family property in Kwabenya, Accra, during a succession-related dispute within Christo Asafo Mission. The former Dome Kwabenya MP of Parliament, Sarah Joasafo, was injured by a gunshot to her left ear. Boy. Tubu, who is also the MP for Wa West, revealed that he and other legislators visited the injured MP, former MP, in hospital alongside the Deputy Minister for Health, Dr. Grace Ayensu. I visited her with the Deputy Minister for Health, Dr. Ayensu. In fact, when we saw her, we were wondering how can a family feud degenerate to the point that weapons are used to that extent. Natobu said, and you could see clearly that the intention was to kill. She's lucky to have survived, and I wish her a speedy recovery. Now, Tobu commended the Ghana Police Service for treating the matter seriously and praised the Interior Ministry's prompt response. This is a matter that the Ghana Police Service is taking it to the highest level. They will investigate this matter, and I'm quite happy with the reaction from the Ministry of Interior that they suspend immediately or with immediate effect the license of the Kantaka Security Services, he added. Well, it's quite an interesting one, but a family feud pertaining to is it inheritance leading to this? Oh boy. And you see, the worst part of it is that it's linked with religiosity there as well. They're supposed to be Christians, right? So we're supposed to be level-headed than at about see where it's all landed. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me say thank you very much for joining us today. It's been a pleasure coming your way. Of course, as I say all the time, it's always a pleasure coming your way, and I want to say thank you to each and every one of you, braving the heat, and those of you using all your resources to listen to us there as well. I salute each and every one of you. Once again, I say thank you. God bless you. Have a wonderful day, and those of you, if you are feeling hot, get yourself a cold drink or whatever is appropriate and cool yourself down. Cool it down. And bye-bye for now. See you all tomorrow, God willing. But I say that may the sun not smite you by day. All right, then. It's me, your one and only Archie, saying have a top of the day. I'm out like that. Bye!
Welcome to African Hill Resort, the perfect location for your honeymoon, conferences, breakfast meetings, and weekend getaways. Other facilities available include spa, rooftop bar, restaurant, indoor bar, swimming pool, lawn for parties, and outside catering. There is free Wi-Fi connectivity for you to stay in touch with your family, business associates, and the whole world. African Hill Resort is located on Iveta Hills with a panoramic view of whole township. For inquiries or reservations, call 0208 267 501 or 0209 135 196 or 0362 290.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 07961 248 834 or email dan@gillaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show.